congratulations, you're on the new Roller Warehouse cover.
Oh yeah, thank you. Yeah, no,
congrats
that's
on
rad.
that. That's cool. How's that feel?
That.
Shout out Gil.
Super cool. Yeah, shout out
Gil and
Gil.
Roller Warehouse.
David Hurt, Sean Keen. Yeah, I'm hyped.
Yeah, that's
yeah,
awesome.
all those guys. Keen and Hurt worked there, and
For sure. Oh, awesome.
Gil runs it, and yeah, dude, I was hyped to be part of that. You know, obviously being in the Bay Area. Roller Warehouse out of Sacramento to have the cover. It's a 25-year anniversary.
Yeah, that's like a cool one too. 25 years, damn,
25 years, man. So
awesome.
yeah, really, really hyped to be a part of that.
That's sick, and the full photo too is sick. Like because I know it's like just a half photo.
Yeah.
Like you airing out of the thing, and you just like pump back and forth on that.
No, so it's like actually there's like if you look, I think it might show it on the cover, but the bottom there's a lip.
Yeah.
So there's a space between the two curved things.
Okay.
So you got to come in at an angle and then come back out at an angle. You can't just go straight
that other
down.
part is just like part of the aesthetic of the photo that he's
exactly.
okay,
Yeah,
gotcha.
I wish you could go back and forth. That'd be sick.
I didn't notice that.
That would
yeah.
be sick.
But yeah, unfortunately, you just you just got to cut it at an angle and make it work. It's also a big bust. They're ready to
you just run in there.
You can tell. Like I've seen. I think Keen got a clip there too, right?
Dude, Keen fucking
the
gap to the street.
Yeah, you can tell like that spot's like a skated how you and him skated, like run at it quick and
gotta do it, get it done, get out of there. But yeah, I remember when that thing went up, man. I saw it being, they had it all fenced off, and I was like, Garth, dude, we gotta get a photo on this thing, because I just thought it was a matter of time. I mean, San Francisco's like, it's like the home of Thrasher, so I was like, there's only a matter of time before some skateboarders get in there, and it's just done.
Yeah, dude. Actually, what's that like? Because being from New York, I found that we didn't have as much hostility growing up, like amongst skateboarders and rollerbladers. Like it just wasn't where the home of it's from. But then when I went over to like places like San Diego, places like SF, and you find it's like really hostile. You guys have a big group of skaters. Like, do you ever still find that's happening, or do you think it's changing a bit?
That's a good question. Well, there's stuff like B-Free's doing. I don't know if you guys seen him working with the Braille House.
Yeah.
That collaboration.
For sure.
And also collaborating on First Fridays, skateboarding, biking, even scootering, just kind of bringing everyone together, just having respect and love for movement. But then there's also, like San Francisco is a little more hostile in a sense of, hardcore.
Certain places.
Yeah.
Is it like LA or just not as bad?
It's, dude,
I know LA is like probably
it's territorial, I feel.
Yeah.
Like
It's
certain skate parks.
Oh, dude, like Potrero Skate Park is a big one.
Yeah.
I personally haven't had any issues. I mean, I have had a few things happen, but like, actually, what I'm talking about, Lower Bob's in Oakland. We were there a month or two ago, and actually almost got into it with somebody. I'm like a pretty non-confrontational guy.
I was gonna say you seem like a pretty calm dude,
and I was about to like lose it on this dude just because it just. I don't know. Usually I just let that shit go over my head. Like I don't even give him the benefit of a reaction. But it just got to me. And Lower Bob's, for people that don't know, is a DIY in Oakland. It's really, really well done.
Under the highway, right?
No, it's out in this like at the end of this like field where people kind of like camp and live in. It's kind of a random little part of Oakland. People living out of trailers and cars, and at the end they have this spot that. Dude, they did an amazing job. It's a really awesome skate park. Really, really well done. Obviously, all done by skateboarders.
Yeah.
And some,
it's a fully DIY place.
Fully DIY. Totally did it on their own. It's amazing. But I know B-Free's just over going there because a lot of those guys, they're just not hyped on blading. And that's kind of the issue I had was some guy, we were there skating and there was a group of us and our group happened to be bigger than their group. And so they kind of weren't really saying anything. But I could hear him saying stuff. And it's just like I was leaving and this dude went out to his car and like I just confronted him. I was just, usually I keep quiet, but I was like, man, like, no, like you annoying the fucking shit out of me and like I'm gonna come at you and like call you out because like it's whack like and the thing is at that particular park like I've been there before and I've helped out. I've loaded several truckloads of debris to put in and that's another thing too that does like there's also another one on Treasure Island, a DIY. And
I think I know that one. It's been there for a while, the one with the banks around it. Or is
yeah. Okay, so that it's near that.
Okay.
Yeah, so that area is gone now, and they built this other really cool one. But it's just funny because you're willing to put in time and energy into helping them, right?
Right.
But because you don't skateboard, it's just like they're not having it. And that happened at Lower Bob's. We kind of got into this argument about like rollerbladers didn't help. And it's like, it's not like y'all are like hitting up rollerblade pages like, yo, we're building a DIY in Oakland, like come on out everybody. It's like you guys stay pretty like in your own group. And I get it or whatever, but it's like you can't just like create an awesome mural on a wall and ask certain people to wear a fucking blindfold as they walk by it. You know, you create something awesome like that, people are gonna want to come and pay their respect to it. And sometimes they don't always see it the same way you do. You know, sometimes they have rollerblades or a bike or whatever, and it's like that mentality is like so whack.
Well, there's a bit of entitlement behind it, because you've built something on a space that's not your property, and then you're acting like it's yours.
Like, how do you own this?
But it's like, that's the thing with the skateboarding mentality. It's like I mean, I wouldn't say like generally, but just like that particular aspect of it from that area is like, oh, it belongs to us. We created this. We made that. But it's like, you don't really own it. We all share culture. Like, do you know what I mean? Like we are all influenced by one another. Like if we could like skateboarding couldn't act like they weren't influenced by rollerbladers in the early times, or even in the other times when there was like things evolving, like bigger gaps, rail to rails. That it was always. Like,
I think more recently now than ever, almost in a way, because they're going big now.
I think so too. Well, I think so too.
Yeah, so, I don't know for sure, but I'm just saying, because they're going like bigger now, and I feel like we've always been doing that for years and years and years.
Absolutely. Yeah. I mean, and then, like you said, like we draw inspiration from everywhere. I draw inspiration from surfing.
Totally.
From snowboarding, other skateboarders, bikers, like
mountain biking,
it all like, it's a movement. And if you're moving your body and pushing yourself to these limits and putting a good, part of your heart into something, it's like when other people are doing that, you gotta have some respect for that. You gotta have some love for that. It's like, and to put it down is just
bad vibes, man.
It's bad vibes.
Yeah, that's why certain like skate parks you try to avoid, but
it ruins your own session if you're like pissed off at these people for being in the park that you're in. Like, just don't be pissed and you won't have a bad time. Like, I'm not going to go there. There's always bladers there. Like, that's just your mentality on it. If you just have an open mind about it, you're going to enjoy every time you go there.
I thought it'd be rougher at that skate park by Zeitgeist over there.
Oh, Soma.
Because that looks like
that one. I know some people that have had some issues there. That place is just kind of crazy in general. Just the area, you know how it is over there. Totally. It's very kind of like crackheady, and pretty gnarly, and like
a lot of drugs, needles.
Yeah, you gotta watch your shit. Totally. Like it's like that was one thing I gotta give it to you guys. New York, you guys are cleaner than San Francisco.
Really?
Like, I feel like I haven't been everywhere.
Did you have your eyes open at the skate park on Saturday?
We spent like a few hours cleaning it beforehand, but
Soma Park if I sit down at Soma, I'm just instantly covered in some shit. Yeah. But also just
also occasionally right under the highway too. So it's SF is
is it particularly dirty?
There's a certain like
California has a smog issue, number one. Number two, there's like a lot of like homeless campouts versus New York.
I think it's just more homeless people. That's what it is.
Yeah, because we have seasons that don't really encourage people to like post up for years in one spot.
True.
Right? And we like the cold weather puts people in the subways here, so they have to kind of migrate a little bit. But SF, LA, San Diego, they like set up for years. That's their kind of home, And
a lot of weird stuff goes on in San Francisco. We got a lot of mental illness and addiction in the streets. It's kind of crazy. It really sucks. And I don't see that here like I do there. And in crazy ways, I've seen things that these people do, and like like it sucks to go to the skate park and there's like shit stuff and piss everywhere. But Soma, I haven't really had any issues there. It does get heavy with skateboarders, but
are there some cool guys?
Yeah, there's cool guys. Like I feel like if you just go out, like I've always just gone out and done my thing. Like if you're gonna say some shit, like I don't care, because I'm like not here to impress you. I'm here for me. I'm here to enjoy what I love to do. So like, I'm sure we can all relate, like going to a skate park and having people, that feeling, skateboarders looking at you and, oh, rollerbladers here, and kind of like almost like poking fun at you, know, like, and I mentioned that to the guy at Lower Bob's. I was like, put yourself in my shoes for just a minute. Like, imagine going to like the place you like to go and like,
your escape, your getaway,
your getaway, your outlet, and you have people like putting you down for how you choose to move around in this place. Like that is the worst, man. Like just think about it from that side for once.
Humans are very tribal.
And
we have to we like to be accepted in groups and things
Yeah.
like that. But that's why I can understand Be Free's sentiment, because if I go somewhere, even if the stuff is really cool to skate, if the vibe is bad, it's like I'd rather just skate a freaking
Exactly.
curb
Yeah,
sometimes.
you don't want to go there at all.
That's
know?
how he is. Yeah, he doesn't want anything to do with.
But it's
those
also like
guys.
you don't want to be discouraged. It's like one of those catch-22s, because you don't want to be discouraged from skating something that you want to skate. But it's also like the vibes sometimes aren't worth it.
Yeah, and Be Free, he's definitely he's all about good vibes.
He's a vibe
and if
guy.
it's a bad vibe,
Yeah.
like he's just not feeling it, and that's why I love that dude. And sometimes I'm like, man, that
You don't wanna
snake
show
run,
that
dude.
up.
Like I don't give a fuck. Let him holler. I'm gonna hit it at least like
Right.
a couple times.
Yeah.
Sometimes when you're
Snake
just so
runs rule, man.
sometimes when you're so good, you can't deny anybody anyway. Like if you're just show up on your blaze and you're
Yeah.
just fucking the park up, like
Yeah.
you gotta be like, oh shit, he's actually nice.
Yeah. I think that's true as
I
well.
think that's kind of what scooters were happening too, because everyone's like, oh, these scooter kids, whatever. And then they started getting good, and kids started like actually doing like crazy shit on them, and you're
Yeah.
like, oh, you kind of gotta respect that.
No, you got
Absolutely.
that's the thing. Like we touched about on previous episodes. Like people who hate on scooters, it's really ignorant to me. But no matter what it is that you do, you could find respect or appreciation in all things, and that's like the key.
Yeah.